What's up, everybody? In today's video, we're gonna break down an after, and this was actually gonna be an Airbnb, and it turns out the market conditions totally changed and we're absolutely gonna flip this property. So in this video, we're gonna break down a property that we are gonna turn into an Airbnb that we're now gonna actually sell. Why are we gonna sell it? I'm gonna break it down in the video for you. So let's go figure it out. So it's a nice property. First thing I always do, so I always tell everybody, walk around the side of the house, and I know there's already some makeshift air conditioning unit cage. Let me know if this would stop theft. He's got this thing set up here. I definitely need to send him a video. We need this taken care of, Cody, when you get a chance. Doesn't look professional. We've got some other stuff around here. Even this is still sitting here. I would be on top of them. We got a ladder sitting here. That needs to go. She does have those tires. There's a bunch of garbage back here. It hasn't been removed. I would tell Eric, I would get this door painted right here, and I would get these guys to get this crap out of here. Question for you, how much is it gonna sell for? What would you price that, and why did we pass on the Airbnb? These are all things you wanna know as an investor. Like, okay, if I'm buying this property and I bought it for an Airbnb, then obviously I think I can flip it for enough money where it makes more sense to sell it than it does for an Airbnb. This thing would Airbnb for about 300 bucks a night. She went further than I did. There was hardwoods in here, and she actually put brand new hardwoods in. I would have refinished it. Dude, he just sucks. Yeah, I don't think she's being picky. I think Eric needs to come back here. Like, this is just wonky little crap he needs to take care of. Right, all right, so obviously I'm going through, I'm looking at stuff. Looks nice, she did this little deal up here. Got a nice island here. This was kind of cool. What's this tile called? Like Sausalito tile, I think it's called. Cool little back area, cool little breakfast nook here. There's some artistic design work. We have a designer that works for us. She picks some interesting stuff. Not all of it I totally am down with, but when I'm walking through these houses, I'm just trying to see what could have been done better and see where the gaps are. They did this nice little thing here, this carpet, some work that needs to be touched up, but other than that, looks pretty good. Again, this was planned to be an Airbnb. It wasn't planned to be a flip. You've got like this kind of cool old finish. They're probably gonna come back to her with a major punch list of little items. That's where you get killed on Airbnb and on these old houses. And here's one question for you. Do you like this color of wood? I prefer to do stain because it hides everything. I'm not trying to hide everything, but I'm trying to hide everything. Meaning that I don't want to show all the flaws of the wood. The wood that looks all dark and you can't tell. And then I do know there was a cracked window here. Oh, did they even see this crap? I don't think this is supposed to look like this. It's supposed to be finished off. With this guy, just to let you know, the contractor that did this work, he wanted a second chance. Daniel behind the camera can tell you that he may not deserve it. The details is where this guy misses, right? Like, that's just like, clean it up. But man, I think this room looks like the best room. What do you think about the shower? Came out pretty good. I'll tell you right now, since we're walking out of here, it's priced for $439 right now. Acquisition price was like $230-ish. And then there was a huge rehab budget obviously in there. And there's some things that need to be dealt with, just some small little touch-up items. But the devil's in the details. Let's go look at the basement real quick. I'd probably just have a cleaner come through here. It looks like they didn't clean this. You want to be super nitpicky on your houses, but you also got to understand that this is 100 and something year old house. So it ain't gonna be perfect. And the more things that you fix, the more things you find wrong. This may end up being an Airbnb if she doesn't get her price, right? And one little cool feature that we like to use, the Bluetooth door lock, quick set, 129 bucks on Amazon, does not require Wi-Fi. Do we have exposed electrical here as well? Overspray over here. You guys need to cover that crap up when you're doing jobs. Overspray over here, just should have been taped off, right? That's like amateur hour. And then everything's white except for this right here. So not sure if that's supposed to look like that. So he's just getting blasted right now. All those texts are going to my wife and him, the contractor. So he's probably motherfucking me right now, and she's probably doing the same because she wants to be done with it. Because we do so many jobs with the same people, we'll hold back money on other jobs to make sure that this job gets done right. And so, again, let's pay attention to the numbers. Will this make a great Airbnb if we don't sell it, right? If we get a buyer who's too picky, says, no, I want this, I want this, I want the other thing, yes, it will make a great Airbnb. It'll rent for $300 a night. And on the math on that, you should do is like 180 days times $300 a night is what? 30,000 plus 24,000 is $54,000 it would produce in income per year, bare minimum, probably more. So that's one thing. So if you're in an investment for, call it $350,000, you know, you're gonna be doing a pretty good return. Now, if you are looking at this and you're saying, okay, that's a good return on that, Troy, why are you gonna sell it? What's your long-term rental? Then you figure out, okay, I just called on a property down the road, it's renting out for 2,000 bucks. We know this is gonna get like 2,500, okay, for this house. So it's 2,500 short-term, maybe 3,000 short-term, not short-term, long-term. So then you got your mid-term rental. What's a mid-term rental? That's like 30 days or longer, right? You don't need a permit for that, okay, as of yet, right? The city's getting all these compliances and things are changing constantly. So what's a midterm rental gonna be? What's a short-term rental gonna be? What's your long-term rental gonna be? And then what is your flip price? So the way I would suggest is you start here, so you're trying to get as much money as you possibly can by flipping it. If it doesn't work out as a flip, then you short-term rental. We already have our permits on this property. It's really easy to do it in Kansas City. As of right now, we already have our permits. You just need to get 54% of your neighbors or 55% of your neighbors to agree. They signed, sign. So everybody signed. I think one person didn't sign. So we've already got that done. So worst case scenario, we got a short-term rental. Best case scenario, we got a decent profit flip, and then we keep rolling the money forward. If you're brand new to real estate and you haven't invested in real estate, and you're trying to figure it out, we got a free Facebook group. We've got a coaching program, the Millionaire Mentorship Coaching Program. I got a book, the Millionaire Mentorship book. I've got all sorts of free resources on social media. But what do you think this house is gonna sell for? Is it gonna sell for $439? Are we gonna get less? Are we gonna get more? It's day one on the market. Let's take a look real quick. How many views have we gotten on Zillow? That's usually what I kind of base things on. Now, I don't care what Zillow says on the estimate, because they're always wrong. What I care about is how many views and how many saves does Zillow show me so far, day one. That's gonna tell me how interested people are in this house, because most people are looking at this house on Zillow. Oh, look at that, that is good news. 21 hours on Zillow, 522 views, 41 saves. That means that this property is going to sell. Now, how much? I don't know. There's some things we need to get all these issues handled because it's definitely gonna sell. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna plaster my wife and say, listen, get whoever you need to get over there. You've got 41 saves on Zillow, 21 hours on the market, and you've got a ton of interest already. So I would get that little list that I sent you buttoned up and tell his ass that he needs to come over there and finish it right now and get all that garbage out of there and tell him he's not getting another nickel from us until it is done. So, how do you like that for negotiation power? You just tell people you're not gonna pay them. People move for money, right? Like if I want something done, it's real simple. Hey, I need this done, hey, I need this done. Everybody's going, hey, I want my money, hey, I want my money. You're not getting paid until this job's done. You've been paid for this full job. So we're gonna hold the money over on this job. And if you're not done with that, you're not getting paid for this. So you get it? Okay, subscribe, get started investing in real estate, and how much do you think the property's gonna sell for? Peace.